Good morning, friends. Welcome to Silver Bells English Medium School. Myself Vinod Trivedi. Today we are going to discuss about the tenses. As you know, friends, in class 9th and 10th, tenses is the basement for the English language. Now, how can we clarify everything about tenses? Okay, so there are main three tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, we can divide each tense into four parts. Okay, so by this way total 12 tenses are there, but one by one we are going to discuss. So we will start simple present tense first. Simple present tense. Before going to learn about more, we must know about the use. When do we utilize the simple present tense? Okay, because in your examination filling the gap will be there. So at that time you have to think about the tense is related of which action. Okay, because suppose I teach English, I am teaching English, I will teach English. So teach is there, means teaching is there, but every action is at different time. Okay, so you can say time plus action is equal to tense. So when we use I am teaching, when do we use I teach, when do I use I will teach? You have to clarify about it. So first we will see simple present tense, and we are going to discuss about the use of the simple present tense. Use. Okay. When do we use simple present tense? Simple present tense is used for daily activity. Whatever daily activity, I go to school, I go to temple. Okay, you can also find some adverb, time adverb also, just like every day, sometime, often, never. Okay, there are time adverbs. Okay, by seeing the time adverbs, you can identify the tense is particular tense is there. Okay, that sentence is related with particular tense. Okay, so you have to see time adverb also, which are there told them. Okay, sometimes, often, never. Okay, that are the time adverbs. Now, simple present tense is used for daily activity. Then next use of the simple present tense is for universal truth. Universal truth. Okay, for universal truth, just like the sun rises in the east. Okay, it is a universal truth. From many years, okay, that the same action, and after many years the same action will be going on. That is why. Okay, so for universal truth we can utilize the simple present tense. Then next use of the simple present tense is for the rules of science and maths. Okay, you can see your science book also. So whatever scientific rules are there, which are in simple present tense. Okay, so for the rules of science and maths, you can utilize simple present tense. Then next use for proverbs. Okay, proverbs are also narrated in the simple present tense. After understanding the use of the simple present tense, you have to think about the sentence structure. Okay, every tense has a different kind of sentence structure. Okay, so first we will discuss about the sentence structure of the assertive sentence of the simple present tense. Assertive sentence. Okay. How can you form your sentence in simple present tense? Okay, I will make you work out that. First of subject will be there, subject plus V1 plus object. Okay, I am writing one example over here, just like Virat plays good cricket. already you are learning your lower standard about subject and predicate. Okay, subject, verb, object. Okay, so Virat is subject, plays is verb, and good cricket is object. Okay, so you have to form your sentence in such a way. Okay, if you are using anywhere simple present tense, you have to keep this in mind. You must have such kind of sentence formation: subject, verb, and object. Next sentence we are going to discuss. Mr. Patel teaches maths. Okay. So Mr. Patel is subject, teaches is verb, and maths is object. Another sentence we are going to discuss. They play kho-kho. Okay. They subject, play verb, and kho-kho is object. Now, one thing you have to keep in your mind is this. You can see over here, Virat plays good cricket, but over here they play kho-kho. What is different? Over here plays is there. Over here no S or no ES. Why? What is the reason? Okay, so I am making you aware about it. Okay, when do you have to use S or ES, and when you do not have to utilize any S or ES at the end of the verb. Okay, so keep this in your mind, friends. If your subject I, we, you, they, or any plural noun. Plural noun is boys, teachers, girls, students. Okay, they are third form we can say, but they are plural form. So make sure when your subject means, suppose Virat, Mr. Patel, they are what? They are subject. So if your subject is I, we, you, they, plural noun, then you have to utilize only V1. Keep this in your mind. Only V1. If your subject is what? If your subject is he, she, it, or singular noun means Ramesh, Rajesh, Christy. Okay, you have to utilize V1 plus S, otherwise ES. Again, focus on that word V1, S or ES. So sometimes S, sometimes ES. So then after you have to think when you have to utilize S or when you have to utilize ES. So you have to learn about the rule of the S or ES. Friends, first of all, you write down your notebook. Okay, after pausing your video, you can do this thing. Okay. Okay. The rule for S, otherwise ES. Okay, as I told you. Now you have to keep focus on your verb. Verb, you know this thing. Okay, after subject. Okay. So if your verb at the end of some letter, just like I am writing over here, CH, SH, SS, O, X, you have to put ES. Okay, if your verbs last letter CH, SH, SS, OX. You have to utilize ES at the end of the verb. Just like teach. Suppose you have subject singular third person. Okay, how can you do? Teach is there. So last what is this? CH. Okay, CH. Then you have to put ES. Okay, means teaches. Okay, he teaches. Okay, so by this way you can do. Now in simple present tense, at the end of the verb, if that letters are not there, what to do? Okay, you have to put simply S, nothing else. If your subject is third person, he, she, it, I, as I told before you. Okay, keep this in mind. So suppose he plays. Okay, only S. Over here ES. So I hope that you can understand when do you have to utilize S, when you have to utilize ES. Another rule is also there. We can say the rule of IES. Sometimes you have to utilize IES. There is another question for it. When you can utilize. Okay. So when you can utilize it, I am giving you an example. Suppose study. Make sure about it. If at the end of verb Y letter is given, what? Y letter is given, and in front of it, before it, any consonant. What? Make sure consonant is there. What you have to do? You have to remove Y. Okay, you have to remove Y, and you have to put IES instead of Y. ओके, मैं फिर से क्लियर करता हूं बेटा कि y को निकाल के उसको IES लगाना है, खास ध्यान रखना है. ओके, पर क्यों? डी कॉन्सोनेंट है, ये ध्यान में रखना है. अगर y के आगे बिफोर y there is vowel, what to do? Okay, if before y any vowel is there, just like play. Okay, y is there and before it what is this? It is a vowel. Then you have to put simply, please, nothing else. Okay, don't remove y and don't put IES. Okay, many students they are making mistake in such kind of things. Okay, so keep this in your mind properly. Okay, learn the rule of the simple present properly and you practice on it. I hope students we have discussed the rules of the simple present tense, sentence formation of the simple present tense, and when you can utilize S or ES at the end of the verb. Next video will be regarding negative sentence of the assertive sentence, interrogative sentence of the simple present tense. Okay, and we will discuss about it. I hope you can understand this thing. Suppose you have any query, okay, you can make contact on school's numbers are given, teachers number are also given. You can contact us also. Thank you.